The pilot episode. Here we go again. With your three friends, Drew, Neil, and Perk. We got your favorite movies and shows. It's three guys nobody knows. The pilot episode.
I was saying you got it, but you know.
Well, welcome back, everybody. It is a shit show over here at the pilot episode. It's early.
We had a false start. We don't know.
We've got illegal formations. And I would love to tell y'all we have a treat for you, and it's going to get much better. It is not. This will be our worst episode of the history of this show, and I hope it remains that way, even if we do it for 100 years. I hope we never watch anything this fucking terrible ever again.
Yeah. I've got
Perk, get into your notes on the Warriors in 1979, and you shouldn't have any notes. All you should say is this is shit.
I don't have many notes. I will get into my stats and reviews right out the gate just so that we get that done. This one was made on
everyone. It will be a quicker episode because we're not going to spend that much time on this episode.
No.
This one was made on $4 million budget, and you could tell. And it made $22.5 million in the box office. I don't know where the $4 million went.
I was about to say I thought they made it on $2,000. I didn't know.
They damn sure didn't spend it on clothes because didn't nobody have a fucking shirt.
Most of their money had to have gone to shutting down the streets and paying the city to do that.
Yeah, and they paid James Remar, who was the one guy.
Which even then he wasn't a big name in the late 70s yet, was he? I mean,
not then. No, he was not then. However, there was another actor before you jump into this that I will say I am a fan of. He was the guy that plays Cleon, who is the leader who we see at the very beginning of the movie, and then he disappears. I have seen him in some stuff. As a matter of fact, as I look through what his things he's best known for, I may be wrong here, guys. I may have seen him in Grand Theft Auto 5, and that's where I remember him.
Yeah, no shit.
Top thing.
Yeah. Cyrus, is it Cyrus that you're talking about, the guy that gets assassinated?
No, Cleon, the leader of the Warriors that stays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's this is
on your 22 million, it making 22 million. Let me tell you why it made 22 million. Because in 1979, I think we still had some Quaaludes left, and you could still buy good cocaine in this country. That is the only way somebody would sit down and watch this shit, is if they were geeked out of their mind.
This movie has an 88% from both audiences and critics on Rotten Tomatoes.
Run it back and let's see those numbers today.
I don't get it. And this is a movie that I enjoyed when I was a kid. And I think I was telling Drew, I think part of it is I enjoyed like parts of the movie, and I didn't realize how much crap there was in between those parts. Like it's an hour and 24 minutes, and it's the longest hour and 24 minutes I think of my entire life.
I would have told you it was a 2-hour movie because of how bad it felt.
Let me tell you why it did as well as it has done. I am looking through the 1979 popular movie picks. I recognize one of them. Now, however, this movie don't hold a just shot of even being close to Rocky II, which is the #1 movie of 1979, if you ask me. But I don't recognize a single other movie, so that may be why this movie did so well. I don't.
79 was a down year.
So I'm going to read one bad review, one good review. I'm not going to do 2 and 2 this one because I feel like this bad one and this good one says what we would need to launch off and start talking about it.
Okay.
So this one's a 1-star. It says sad, pathetic dialogue and unrealistic action, stereotypical gangster tough guys. I'll never understand why Rotten Tomatoes gave this a good review.
Amen, brother. Amen.
I'm all with you there, buddy.
Yeah. And then this 5-star review. I love this movie. Probably watched it 100 times growing up. A must watch, and watch the documentaries on making this film. It was pretty scary for the actors.
This guy's blind.
Pretty scary.
to me, it makes sense. It's a 5-star movie if you watched it growing up, and you watched it 100 times growing up.
Yeah, because you thought it was a great movie and you were very
Yes.
excited about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's one of those movies that if you watch it young enough, it rose-colored glasses yourself. And I would be willing to bet that guy did not go back and watch this movie
like you did.
and rewrite that after a rewatch. I would bet that he went just completely based off of his thoughts of it from when he was a kid.
Yeah.
So my thought on the movie as a whole, it's a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
Right. It's just running down the street, and then we see random dudes in baseball uniforms, and then random dudes in these stereotypical gangs that are like they all are this one that like the orphans and the baseball players and all this stuff. And I feel like it would have been a better movie. And I texted my dad this if we did get the truce between all the gangs for say 30, 45 minutes of the movie. And we see them actually taking over New York before Cyrus gets assassinated and the Warriors get blamed for that. I feel like we needed some actual action in this movie.
I think the best route this movie could have went in the opening scene, where the leader of the Warriors gets shot, we set it off. If the police would have came in, pepper spray, guns a-blazing, and everybody just would have fought right then, King of the Hill, winner stays up, and just end the movie in 15 minutes after a brawl. That would have been the best outcome for this movie.
I was going to say if we got one of those and action and cut. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. The credits rolled to start the show, the intro, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
Mhm.
They could have saved a shit ton of money, and we know it wasn't in wardrobe. I've already complained about this to y'all, but everybody walking around with no shirt and the vest just bothers the shit out of me.
It's not even just that. It was like Perk was saying. It was all the stereotypical gangs that like there were not people walking around with face paint dressed up like they were fucking Lou Gehrig and baseball bats wandering around New York City.
No.
It didn't happen.
No,
Like
it
I
didn't.
can tell you now, it didn't happen.
And Perk, you read your reviews. I have a couple of private reviews that aren't on a site. One of the reviews was a guy texting a guy that he sat down to watch the movie, and he said, "I'm 30 minutes in. This is the worst movie I've ever seen. Whatever you're drinking, make it a double." That guy texts back 2 hours later and said, "I would rather shit in my hands and clap than watch this movie ever again." So that's the kind of public view you're getting in today's time.
That is
It's
our
awful.
conversation. That is our text conversation.
You didn't have to tell him that.
Yeah, there was nothing that I really left this movie being like, wow. You know what I mean? There was nothing.
Oh, I
There
did.
was
Oh,
no.
I-
I mean in a positive light.
I had to cut something else on after to even get ready for bed because I was so aggravated at myself. I wasted an hour and a half of my life.
That's how I felt last week with There's Something About Mary. I watched The Outsiders after that movie because of
I went to bed directly after this, hoping I'd dream about it or something. I mean, something to give me a better light of it. Maybe put me in the scenes. I don't know. And just,
I mean, heck, we're sitting at 9 minutes on this recording and I'm out.
Oh, yeah, that's how bad it is. Also, Drew, you walking around in nothing but a leather vest and no shirt for 2 hours, that's not your look either.
no. You could have put me in one of them geese that those guys that were in. I might
The riffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Another thing that weirded me out in this movie, something about the proportions of the radio host's like mouth and face. Yes, like that. It like the way that was shot, it was weird, and I didn't like it.
I get where they were going with that because here's the thing: that is probably something that might be semi-realistic on this movie. That may have been how messages got across the city. That may be something realistic.
I don't care. I don't want to see it. Also, just even their conversations in the movie, like the way they had them and the way they talked, it. I don't know how to say this nicely, but it felt like everybody was slow. Like it really did. Like I felt uncomfortable in parts of it because I wanted to help them. Like I wanted to help them talk because it was such a struggle.
The leader of the orphans, boy, he struggles with the English language.
It's
Yeah.
painful, man. It is painful.
Yeah.
He looked like what's his freaking name? The dude. Y'all go while I'm looking this up.
Okay.
I'm trying to look and see if I can find him.
It was just so slow and uncomfortable and awkward. Like for anybody that's not watched it, to give you an idea, it's not sexual. Like there's nothing graphic. I would still rather sit down and watch 50 Shades of Grey with both my parents in the room than I had watched this movie again. Like that's how awkward and awful it felt.
Yeah.
The head of the orphans. What I was thinking, he looks like Borat if he had like shorter hair
That was a little bit.
and like no facial hair really. And the girl from the orphans that joins them, like why the crap is she coming along? And like I don't. And then they say something about at one point about running a train on her, and
Yeah.
that's just like normal conversation. And then she just goes with them. Like, what are we doing?
And my thing, the entire movie was the conflict between her and Swan, where like he was not really having it, like the
Mhm.
entire movie with her, and then all of a sudden, the movie ends with them walking off, and she's like going with him, and it's just them, and they're holding hands, and that was just fucking. It was weird, man.
Yeah, it's
And
odd.
not to even mention, boy, she tries to put it on him in the subway area there, and he just turns her down the entire movie, and then all of a sudden at the end, something flips a switch, and he's like, "Yeah, all right, come on, grab my hand."
Yeah,
And-
it's just terrible, guys. I mean, any way we break it down, I'm not going to give you a positive, and I'm sorry. I
Mhm.
tried. I mean, I watched it. I gave it my best effort, and I don't want to discourage whoever gave this review. You may love this shit. There's some movies I love that you probably feel just as negatively about, and that's why we're doing this. This is part of it.
Mhm.
Some of them, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. That's part of the review.
Yeah. And one more thing I did just think of, I didn't even write this down, but I just had the thought thinking about the fight that they had specifically with the baseball game. Um, maybe it's just a thing of the times that it's like harder to pull off fight scenes or whatever, but that whole fight scene was uncomfortably quiet. And every time they get in a fight or anything in this movie, it's like uncomfortably quiet. Like it was like the sound of a baseball bat hitting somebody was like,
it was just 1979. Like that's all I.
You say that, man, but like Rocky and Rocky 2 were already out.
You think that, but man, Rocky and Rocky 2, you hear that type of sound too. They just have the
I
crap.
guess it's more fitting because it's boxing too. But like just go up like 10 years, like in the 80s and movies we started getting. And I know stuff advanced a lot, but damn, did it advance this much?
Yeah,
like that quick.
it did, guys. It really did. 1979 is a long time ago.
Yeah, but they were filming Point Break like 6 years after this, Drew.
Yeah, and putting on boy, you talk about a good movie.
But I'm saying, are you telling me in that amount of time we took that big of a jump? And we might have. I don't know. I wasn't around. Thank God I wasn't around. If this is the quality of shit we were getting.
That, and you probably look at the budget difference between Point Break and this, because you couldn't sit here and know that Point Break had a significantly bigger budget. Like
Absolutely. And Point Break didn't come out until 90 or 91. So I mean, it was down the road.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But they were working on it and filming by then.
Another thing that was weird about this movie, I know that it's based on like a book. What's up with the weird like comic book transitions between scenes?
Yeah, I don't know.
Not needed. It damn sure ain't needed.
To your point, talking about filming before it actually came out. So you're saying they probably filmed this in '78 before it came out in '79. I'd be willing to argue with you they could have filmed this in 1 weekend in New York.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
it's that low level. Like
No, I'm serious. I don't know how they spent $4 million.
Yeah.
I really don't. Well, let's rate this piece of shit.
let's do that. All right, let me get my calculator up real quick, and we'll start the rating process.
To anybody that loves this movie, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Dad.
It's gonna get ugly.
Yeah. Sorry, Perk's dad. I got a ton of respect for you, but not this movie.
All right. Would you recommend the movie The Warriors to friends and family? And as Neil read my quote earlier, I would rather shit in my hands and clap than watch this movie again. Why would I bestow that upon someone else? The off chance I would like to ruin someone's day, give me a 1.
That's
So,
we're gonna have 3 ones here, and I told Drew I would never recommend this to anybody. But if one of our buddies is being a dick on the golf course, hole 16, we've had a few beers. I may start building it up, saying, "Man, when you go home tonight, me and Drew just watch this awesome movie. You get the wife. Y'all need to sit down before you go to bed. You got to watch the just to fuck with it.
It's gonna be slow. You just got to watch it to the end, man.
You got to stick with it." And that is the only way I'll recommend it, is to really piss somebody off.
mhm.
Yeah. And all right. So next category: likelihood of rewatching. This is a 0.
This is a 0. This is a hard 0. Like I would get fighting mad if somebody tried to turn this on in my house ever again.
Yeah, this one is a 2.5 for me. I know that there's going to be a Sunday where I'm hanging out with my dad, and he's going to throw it on, and I'm going to end up watching it again.
Okay. I mean, I get it. I'd be real mad at my dad. Man, I might hit my dad. He tried to turn this on.
Yeah, I would definitely throw an empty beer can at him, like something that won't hurt him, but I'd let him know I'm pissed.
Yeah. All right. Is it a good cast and that they fit their role properly?
I'll go first. This is a 0. I think this is one of the worst casts of all time. I think the roles were absolutely awful. I don't give a shit about the book. I don't give a shit about when it was. 0.
What you got, Bert?
I'm going to give it a 1.5. I like, there are like 1 or 2 moments out of the main guy. I can't remember his name, but and I like Cyrus at the beginning.
Yeah.
But outside of that,
Can you?
I've got one question for you. Can you dig it? That guy.
Yeah.
I like him, but then he immediately gets shot in the chest, and he
That's
dies.
why I couldn't even give it a 1, because he's there for 35 seconds.
Again, I like Cleon. I recognize him. I read his IMDb. I didn't see anything on there, but I have seen him in some stuff.
Mhm.
I
I'm
know-
sorry. I'm sorry you've had to do that.
No, he's actually a good actor. And then James Remar, I actually really like him as an actor.
This
So-
brings his actor score down for me, though, like 10 whole points.
I'll give you that. So I will go 2 here, just for the simple fact of I don't mind those things. I mean, I can't go 0, 1, 0, but yeah, I'll go 2.
I'm doing it in the dark from here on out.
That's fine. Oh, well, that was easy. Normally, when I do our scores, I have to add them all up and then divide them by 9 to get us our accurate rating. Anyone want to take a guess at what we just rated this?
We're going to be around a 2. That's why I actually dim my lighting to meet the dark mood.
That is a 1 star.
I got 9. That's why it was so easy. I had to divide 9 by 9.
That'll be a 1.
Um,
I'll be honest with y'all. I do not think this is too low. If anything, this may be a tick high.
It's tough. It's tough.
It's about as true of a rating as we can get from me. And shocker, we have an all-time low, like you said, Neil. I just, man, it's a hard watch. It really
I'll be
is.
honest. If we rated this thing anything higher, we would not be being honest or doing our jobs. We came into this saying we would be brutally honest one way or the other.
Mhm.
This is the brutal honesty of this movie.
Yeah, it is. I hate it because I had seen the clip for this movie, like you said, Perk, when it hit the wheel, and it went, whoa, yeah. I
Yeah.
remember seeing that, hearing that as a kid or something. I never watched the movie until now, but I had some expectations. Boy, they were not met.
Yeah. No.
They were shit all over, is what they were.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
So now we just got a wheel spin for Monday, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and do a wheel spin for Monday because Landman's over. So we're gonna cover us another movie on Monday. May work some other stuff out. where we got some episodes coming out. Gonna change some stuff up in the schedule though.
And we'll kind of get back to this. We have a couple shows we're really looking forward to in the next couple months that are going to be pretty big.
All right. So, without further ado, we're not going to do any, what you want to see. 'cause
But to time out, before you spin this thing, please make sure you took that movie off this fucking list.
I did. Don't
Okay.
worry. I removed it earlier. So, all right. Let's get something a little better than the Warriors this time.
That can't be hard. That cannot be hard.
Deal?
DJ, spin that shit. I'm excited about this one because it's got to be better.
Oh god.
Oh, it was so close. I put Takers in there. I personally put that in there, and it was so close. This is a good movie. It's a musical. If you've never watched it, it is a musical. But I like this movie.
I'm not personally one for musicals, shockingly.
I'm so pissed. I said we couldn't get anything worse, and I think we might have gotten something worse.
No, do you really think that? It's got Hugh Jackman in it, dude? Zac Efron
Give a fuck?
and Zendaya.
It is a musical.
It's a good movie.
We got to establish some rules on this fucking wheel. Anything like pre-85, unless it's a damn absolute banger, no musicals. Like, we're going to have to put some restriction on this shit. Y'all are fucking us.
What you're working with?
My wife is going to love this because she's actually going to watch this movie with me.
It's a great movie. I like it. It is actually a very, very good movie.
I'm going to give it a fair chance and watch it all the way through, but I'll be honest with y'all, I've never made it all the way through this piece of shit.
Oh, so you've actually watched it. I was about to tell you, it is a better musical than most musicals. The only other thing I'd say that it's close would be Pitch Perfect.
That's like saying it's the good kind of cancer. It's all bad.
You know what, Pitch Perfect?
Pitch Perfect's
No.
different.
It's like that though. It's just not
It's-
comedy.
it's-
driven.
Musicals are just corny to me.
Yeah, they all feel dirt. I feel like I took a shower after. Just not a fan. I don't know. Everybody at home, we really appreciate the suggestions, but damn, y'all got to do better.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to just. We're gonna have to wash that list out and then get a new set of recommendations. Jesus Christ!
And zoom right in on that mouth while we do it.
Get a new list of recommendations. We're gonna have to.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. You guys make sure if you haven't watched our Fallout episode series yet, it is going to kind of become our main staple right now due to Landman ending. Those are going to come out Wednesday or Thursday of every week. So go back, make sure you check that out if you have not watched that yet. Also, I'm running this solo series on Hijack. That one will come out in a similar time frame. So y'all make sure y'all check those out as well. And y'all have a great weekend. And we will be back Monday with The Greatest Showman.
We've got to do this week's Fallout. We'll be back before then.
Yeah, Neil.
Well,
this episode
the
views
Fallout
after-
comes
here's
out
that.
before this one, so that
Shit.
it's like,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all see how
You
tough it is
broke-
to keep things
you
lined
broke
up.
continuity for the fans. They didn't know that, Neil.
It's all right. It'll play the same. They're fine.
Well, Grandma Deborah, Pilot Episode Podcast made another one. Y'all make sure you like, share, subscribe, and we'll see y'all Monday. Neil?
The pilot episode.